Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beyond the Gates channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit like for more daily drama updates and spoilers. Your support truly means a lot and helps our channel grow every day. Now, let's jump straight into today's exciting update. The next chapter of Beyond the Gates unfolds with emotions running higher than ever as love, heartbreak, and unresolved tensions collide in ways that promise to leave lasting consequences. Monday, July 20th, will bring a wave of life-changing moments that quietly begin beneath the surface before rising into powerful emotional confrontations. While some hearts prepare to embrace exciting new beginnings, others find themselves weighed down by painful uncertainty and impossible decisions. Every relationship will be tested from a different angle, proving once again that love can be both the greatest source of hope and the deepest cause of heartbreak. As the day unfolds, every conversation carries hidden meaning, every glance reveals unspoken feelings, and every decision has the potential to change the future forever. What begins as a series of personal moments gradually transforms into an emotionally charged journey where celebration, disappointment, and conflict all exist side by side. At the center of one of the day's happiest storylines are Ted Richardson and Shanice Johnson, whose relationship appears to be entering an exciting new phase filled with hope and promise. After Ted finally allowed himself to be completely vulnerable during the Friday, July 17th episode by speaking the words that had clearly been resting in his heart for quite some time, their romance now stands on the edge of an unforgettable milestone. His heartfelt declaration of love wasn't just another romantic gesture. It represented trust, commitment, and the willingness to imagine a future together. That emotional breakthrough now leaves everyone wondering what comes next for this growing couple. Will those powerful words naturally lead them towards sharing a home under the same roof, taking the next step in building a life together? Or could the future arrive even faster than expected, with the possibility of an engagement that would officially mark the beginning of an entirely new chapter in both of their lives? The excitement surrounding their future is impossible to ignore, yet there remains another possibility that this milestone may simply be the moment where they fully confess the depth of their love to one another, allowing their relationship to grow stronger before making any life-altering decisions. Whatever path they ultimately choose, one thing is already clear: Ted and Shanice are stepping into unfamiliar but beautiful territory where hope shines brighter than ever, and viewers will be watching closely to see exactly where their hearts lead them next. As one couple looks toward the future with growing optimism, another family finds itself navigating far more complicated emotional terrain. Nicole Dupree and her daughter, Catherine "Cat" Richardson, will spend time together discussing the complicated realities of their respective relationships, creating a heartfelt conversation that reflects both wisdom and vulnerability. For Kat, the emotional weight she has been carrying refuses to disappear. Rejecting Tomas Navarro's marriage proposal was never an easy decision, and despite knowing she followed her instincts, she continues wrestling with lingering guilt and uncertainty. Adding even more pressure to the situation is Tomas's unwavering determination to move their relationship forward by insisting they live together despite Kat's clear hesitation. His refusal to let go of the idea only deepens her emotional conflict, making it increasingly difficult for her to find peace with the choice she made. Every passing day seems to remind her of the expectations surrounding their relationship, leaving her caught between compassion for Tomas and loyalty to herself. Nicole, however, refuses to let her daughter face those doubts alone. As a devoted mother who has consistently encouraged Kat to trust her own judgment, Nicole once again becomes her strongest source of reassurance and emotional support. She understands better than anyone that marriage is one of life's biggest commitments, and she firmly believes no one should ever feel pressured into making such a life-changing decision before they are completely ready. Rather than allowing guilt to consume Kat, Nicole gently reminds her that saying no was not an act of cruelty, it was an act of honesty. She continues encouraging her daughter to stand confidently behind her own choices instead of apologizing for following her heart. Yet even the most comforting words cannot instantly erase emotional pain. Kat may hear every piece of advice her mother offers, but accepting those truths for herself could prove to be far more difficult. The battle inside her heart continues, leaving viewers wondering whether Nicole's unwavering support will finally help Kat find the confidence and peace she desperately needs. Meanwhile, across town, Tomas Navarro struggles beneath the crushing weight of disappointment after watching the future he envisioned begin to slip through his fingers. Unable to hide the emotional wounds left behind by Kat's rejection, Tomas finds himself seeking comfort at Uptown, hoping perhaps that a quiet drink will help dull the ache inside his heart. Sitting alone at the bar, surrounded by conversations that have nothing to do with his own heartbreak, he can no longer keep his emotions bottled up. Instead, he opens up to the establishment's new bartender, Grayson Perez, sharing the painful story of his romantic struggles and the frustration of watching the woman he loves refuse the future he so desperately wants. Tomas lays bare his disappointment, confusion, and growing sense of uncertainty, revealing just how deeply this rejection has affected him. It becomes one of those rare moments where emotional vulnerability replaces pride, allowing viewers to see the heartbreak behind his determination. Grayson listens as Tomas unloads every painful thought weighing on his mind, raising an intriguing question. Could this newcomer offer unexpected words of wisdom, capable of changing Tomas's perspective, or perhaps help him understand that forcing the future may only push love even farther away? Sometimes the advice of a complete stranger arrives exactly when it is needed most, and Tomas may discover that healing begins with hearing a truth he never expected. As emotions continue building throughout Fairmont Crest, another explosive confrontation prepares to ignite between Bill Hamilton and Danny Dupree. The complicated history these former lovers share has left scars that refuse to fade, and every encounter between them seems destined to reopen old wounds instead of healing them. Danny continues carrying the emotional burden of their impulsive one-night encounter, unable to fully forgive herself for allowing old feelings to blur the boundaries she had worked so hard to establish. That lingering regret alone would be enough to fuel another painful conversation, but recent events have only added more gasoline to an already dangerous fire. During the July 17th episode, Danny's confrontation with Haley Hamilton created fresh tension that Bill may not be willing to ignore. Whatever was said during that emotionally charged encounter could now return to haunt both of them, giving Bill plenty of reasons to challenge his ex-wife. With unresolved resentment simmering beneath the surface, it doesn't take much for old frustrations to explode once again. Their latest confrontation quickly escalates into another emotionally charged clash where neither Bill nor Danny seems willing to back down. Every sentence carries years of unresolved history. Every accusation digs into wounds that never truly healed, and every emotional reaction threatens to make an already volatile situation even worse. Yet perhaps the greatest danger isn't simply what they choose to say to each other, but who might be close enough to overhear every painful word. Secrets have a way of spreading quickly, especially when emotions overpower caution, and careless remarks made in anger often create consequences that cannot be undone. As tempers flare and emotions boil over, both Bill and Danny would be wise to remember that walls often have ears and not every listener remains silent forever. What begins as another heated argument could easily become something much larger if the wrong person hears the wrong confession at exactly the wrong moment. By the time Monday's dramatic episode reaches its conclusion, the emotional landscape will have shifted for nearly everyone involved. Love will blossom for some while uncertainty continues haunting others, and old relationships will once again prove that the past is never as distant as it seems. Hearts will celebrate exciting possibilities, broken dreams will demand healing, and dangerous confrontations will leave lingering questions about what consequences may still lie ahead. Every storyline moves forward with powerful emotional momentum, weaving together hope, heartbreak, romance, regret, and explosive conflict into another unforgettable chapter of Beyond the Gates, with major milestones, painful conversations, unexpected confidences, and fiery confrontations all unfolding in a single unforgettable day. Monday, July 20th promises to deliver the kind of emotional drama that keeps viewers completely invested from beginning to end. For fans eager to witness every shocking twist, every heartfelt confession, and every explosive showdown, this is one episode that simply cannot be missed.